Today I was perusing the internet as one does, and I came across this post from GitHub. It is their 17th birthday, which honestly is amazing. Like, shout out to everybody at GitHub, doing some incredible work, some incredible things. But then I looked at the, actual birthday cake image for their 17th birthday, and it was pretty immediately obvious to me, despite the created by AI disclosure, that this thing was, a bit half-baked, one could say. I don't know if it's the fact that the thing has like 9-ish legs or something, and I immediately could tell that this was just off, like it wasn't going to pass anything. Now, how could I tell? Well, I actually have this little guy sitting on my desk day to day, and I love it. This is great. This is a fun little piece of GitHub history. Now, what is this? This is the Octocat, obviously, but this is very special to me. This is something that GitHub sent to me years and years ago as part of some like maintainer bundle package thing. I think it had like a sweatshirt and a bunch of stickers and a bunch of stuff just for like being a maintainer on GitHub. I maintain a project called SPF 13 Cobra, if you didn't know, and it's a big Go project, and I think they were just trying to show some appreciation for the maintainers. So this all got me thinking, and it just makes me a little sad. Like, this is coming from the same company that used to give out just some of the most amazing swag, reaching out to maintainers, and here for their 17th birthday, we're sort of just getting this. Like, why not at least go get some real cakes and throw a little party at the San Francisco office and like maybe make a video of that, post that, and you have some fun transitions. So in this video, in the age of AI, I wanted to shout out some of the best pieces of swag that I've ever gotten. And tech is sort of notorious for the ridiculous swag that's gone around at conferences and at companies. But a lot of this stuff, I think, pays homage to just the incredible culture at some of these companies and really my love for their products and their open source work and the things that they do, and I think reflects a true respect for the community. So let's get into it. Let's look at some of the coolest swag that I have. Like I mentioned, I have a bunch of GitHub swag. I love this stuff. This sits on my desk day to day. I also picked up a bunch of keycaps at GitHub Universe this last year, and I love a good keycap. Like, it is not easy to go and make a keycap. Like, going and casting keycaps, getting companies to like build the custom, plastic inlay. That's really cool. This is actually my favorite one. I think it's for an escape key, and it's just the look good to me thumbs up, which is just so much fun and so cool. Honestly, you could put this on like a one keyboard where it's just this one, and boom, looks good to me macro, and it just approves the pull request. Very fun. I actually have a bunch of these keycaps that I don't even know what they're for, but they're just like so much fun. This one is from Pulumi, a infrastructure as code company that I really love. There we go. This is a really, really fun one. I love Pulumi stuff, so always keep this one hanging around. This might be a GitHub one, the squirrel. I'm not honestly sure, but it was in my big bag of swags. So let me know if you know what the squirrel is, because I have no idea. I have a bunch of like one-off swag, just like random things that people have made or sets of stickers that people have made. And those are honestly some of my favorite pieces of swag and just has so much heart into it and so much soul. This is a custom medallion that I got from some people at Amazon before I worked there, actually, in their open source program office. And what it is this heavy steel medallion for open source. And what it says is the strongest steel is forged in the fire of a dumpster. And on the other side is a dumpster fire. And what I love about this is it's like I had to tell somebody a story to actually get this. And the thing weighs like 2 pounds probably. Maybe not that much, but it's weighty. It's heavy. I think it's, it's made of steel. It's nice. This also sits on my desk day to day, working in open source, working in the dumpster fire. It's nice to be reminded that there's people who appreciate it out there, and that, there's strong steel being forged from those dumpster fires. Oh, you know who it was that gave this to me? It was Tom Calloway when he was at AWS. Tom is just amazing in the open source community, has been working in open source and Linux for like the past 20 plus years. and has seen it all. So he was giving these to people who had a crazy open source story. And I think I told him a story about something going on in Kubernetes or Cobra and, one of the many fires that needed to be put out. So shout out to Tom Calloway for all of your amazing open source work. Can't forget this. It's incredible. All right, what else do we got here? Let's do a speed round. This is a fidget spinner from like 5 years ago that the CNCF was giving away to people, and it's a Kubernetes, well, I guess it's really a helm. And there you can see kubernetes.io. There we go. Well, I guess that's backwards. And then on the other side is cncf.io as well. But this also just sits on my desk day to day. I still hang on to this button from a KubeCon a few years ago. This is SIG CLI, which is the special interest group for kubectl and all of the command line interfaces. This reminds me, sitting on my desk also day in, day out, this reminds me that there's, a dedicated group of people to making the CLI experience good inside of Cloud Native and the Kubernetes ecosystem, which is encouraging because sometimes you forget there's, a whole group of people there to support you. Very nice to be reminded of that. All right, this is a really cool piece of swag. This is from the Syntax FM podcast. Shout out to Wes and those boys. But this is a little Syntax skateboard. And I know you can't read it there, but what it says is git commits and kickflips. Very cool. I'm not going to unbox this because, it's probably a piece of like legendary memorabilia at this point, but this was a really cool one. I think I got this at a GitHub Universe, maybe this last year as well, but this one's a lot of fun. Just so much love and heart that goes into something like this. Here's a really cool puck. This one's also like really weighty, which is like feels good to hold and spin around. That is Nix OS right there. Yeah, it just has some nice textures. It's like 5 layers. Just feels really good. This is an awesome piece of swag. Now, if you couldn't tell, I have just so many stickers. Probably this is one envelope, and it's exploding. Thousands of stickers, honestly, at this point. We have CD Kates. That's a classic. I have a bunch of these still. This is an SPF 13 Cobra sticker that I made, that I commissioned an artist for a couple years ago. This is just a lot of fun. Heavy vinyl sticker. I give this out to anybody who wants one, so I have a bunch. If you see me at a conference, I will probably have a bunch of these, and I can give you a one-of-one SPF 13 Cobra sticker. I have a bunch of these really sick charm stickers from Bash Bunny. Just sent me a whole bunch of these. These are awesome, and they use a bunch of the SPF 13 Cobra stuff as well, so I love a good holographic sticker. And again, what I'm saying is that like these things are not cheap. They have a ton of heart and soul that goes into these holographic bits. Just awesome. I have a bunch of these just sitting around the Kubernetes logo. I still have a whole pack of these. This is a VMware Tanzu Community Edition, a long forgotten open source project, open source Kubernetes distribution at this point. But like I probably have 100, 150 of these just sitting around. So if you want a little piece of history and you see me at a conference, I'll probably have a whole stack of these as well. I also have like hundreds of these Olama stickers. I ran into the creators of Olama at a KubeCon a few years ago when they had just gotten started, and they just were like, here, take a whole box of these stickers and just start handing them out to people. So I have a bunch of these unopened packs of Olama stickers. But again, just feels like a good piece of history. These are really nice stickers. I like these a lot. The Valkey ones are really cool. Again, that awesome vinyl, really cool. I also still have a bunch of Cloud Foundry stickers from when I worked at Pivotal, and Cloud Foundry was still like the cloud compute platform of the future. It's not anymore. So yeah, just a ton of stickers. A good quality sticker, I think, just goes such a long way. It's good stuff. Okay, this is a big one. This is probably my all-time favorite piece of swag. So this is the Infinidash concert board. Now, if you don't know, Infinidash was this like whole meme thing on Twitter at the day that was basically like, AWS is going to have this whole new service called Infinidash, and it's going to be amazing. It's going to be so great and so cool. But that service was not real. I'll put up a tweet here so you can see, the whole Infinidash thing from a few years ago. So I'm at Scale a few years ago, and this is the Southern California Linux Expo, and the AWS booth had this poster board up, and it was like one of the best booths I'd ever been in. I just started at AWS at the time, and I was able to take this home. I was able to take this bad boy home, and I just think it is so cool. Like, pushing into the meme. It like looks like a whole Metallica concert board thing, and the whole booth was sort of centered around like, you know, a whole like metalhead basement, you know, with from the 80s video game system, little mini fridge with some sodas in it. It was so much fun. Yeah, this just really endeared me to that team at AWS, and yeah, I just think it's so much fun. This is also another one of my favorite pieces of swag, is actually when authors will just give you a book. You run into them at a conference and they give you a book. This is Hacking Kubernetes by Andrew Martin and Michael Hausenblas. I know Andrew Martin, maybe not on a first name basis, but from participating in the KubeCon Capture the Flag events that Control Plane and he puts on, which are just some of the best parts of KubeCon today. Like if you're going to a KubeCon, go to the Capture the Flag. It is amazing. One of the best put together Capture the Flags. You know, you go from container RBAC permission escalation all the way through to like a whole container escape and virtual machine escape on real clusters that these people are provisioning. So like they're spending real dollars to go get real clusters in the cloud so that you can do real escapes. And this book, which I think I even got signed by Andrew Martin. Yeah, to John. Oh, thanks, Andrew. It's the best. And this just goes such a long way. Like I'm such a fan of the Control Plane people, the CTFs as well. Good stuff. I honestly probably have too much swag, and we could just go on and on and on about all this swag and this free stuff that I've gotten. But my point is here that good swag with a lot of heart and a lot of soul, and engaging the community in those ways goes such a long way. Like I want to challenge, despite how much involved I am in AI and deep AI infrastructure and engineering, I want to challenge just the adoption of these things and like what it says about your interactions and interfaces with your communities. Because if you can't even put up a little bit of effort to like say like woohoo, happy 17th birthday, and you're just like chat GPTing a quick birthday cake thing, you know, and it can't even get the 5 legs on Octocat correct, then, you know, honestly, what are we doing then, right? Like, what are we doing? So that's my challenge to the broader tech industry. Invest in your communities because it matters. And people like me, I hope, are the guiding light around that, because I've gotten so much value from these companies and communities re-engaging with me in meaningful ways. And then, you know, I can give back. And that really is sort of the open source mentality and mindset. You know, we go much further together than we do alone. So that's that video. Let me know what you think. Let me know what your favorite piece of swag is, and I will catch you all in the next one. Peace.